Ukraine believes that the EU and the European continent as such is a space of freedom. So we are placing our hopes in this type of Europe, which is not only a table with numbers of indicators for each country, but as a promise, which is given to humankind as a hope that we can build together with you our society of justice and rule of law. So having rather idealistic understanding of European Union and perception of Europe, we are anyhow working very hard to make sure that we are going through the laws, procedures, conditions, regulations, and could build a competitive Ukraine. This year, just a week ago, we have received a European Commission report on how we are doing in terms of enlargement and in terms of our progress. And literally what the report is saying, that Ukraine, being the country that is wounded and that is bleeding from the war, being the country that has experienced colossal infrastructural losses and most importantly, huge human losses, the country with energy sector that has suffered devastating destruction by the enemy, with the nature that is being destroyed by the Russian ecocide, this country is showing a real successful progress in terms of moving towards reaching its Euro integration goals. So where do we stand right now with European integration of Ukraine? According to the Commissioner on Enlargement, Marta Kos, Ukraine has made it to 4 front runners among candidate states, along with Montenegro, along with Albania, and along with Moldova. And according, as we have heard also from our colleague from the ministry, according to our Deputy Prime Minister for European and Euro-Atlantic integration, Ukraine has the ambition to finish its negotiations, accession negotiations by 2028. And, well, we are very grateful for this high assessment. We are ambitious, as you hear, in our goals, but obviously we did not put on our rosy glasses, and we are not ready to rest on the laurels in the entirety of this assessment. We are prepared for hard work. You have to understand, I do represent pro-European opposition in Ukraine. We are working on European integration of Ukraine for already about a decade, and definitely we are also inspired by this by our common successes, but we are also very much wary of the red flags that are appearing on our path. I think it's difficult to overestimate it. Ukraine is serving as Europe's defense frontier today. So our accession to the EU is not only about widening the borders of the EU, it's about strengthening the borders of the EU. Many critical and prospective directions could actually be opened in that direction as well, starting from military training with our first-hand experience, unfortunate first-hand experience of the war, and common defense production. So Eastern Europe as a part of the continent, not only a buffer or gray zone, this is, in a way, a new security and architecture that has to be built. An architecture where the space where the wars were emerging is finally vanishing. In such holistic entirety, absorbing all its historical parts, Europe does have a chance to have a geopolitical future as a full-fledged global player with its own ambitions and power. Back in 1968, in the rebellious revolutionary time in Paris, Paris was decorated with slogans: be realistic, demand the impossible. I think it's a great metaphor, but a bit infantile because it is based on demands. I would rephrase it for Ukrainians as of today. Be pragmatic, do the impossible. We, Ukrainians, have already proven that so many things that have been believed to be impossible are already a history. So I know that we will manage to do that again. And that corresponds to our EU accession, and that corresponds to our survival, that corresponds hopefully to our common victory and defeat of the Russian Federation. But we do need your support in this path, and we are counting on this, and that will be our common success and our common victory and our common great future. Thank you.